Hey guys, welcome to reading class. Alright, so in reading this week we are working on those root words and suffixes again. And we talked about this way back near the beginning of school. So I bet once I start teaching you, you're going to remember some of these things that we learned. But we're also going to go on and learn some new things too. So just to remember that when you have a word, it's called a root word. So just a normal old word like start or write was your root word. And then you can add letters to the beginning or the end to make new words. Like in start, we added ing and made starting. We added it to the end. And in write, we had the letters re, and we added it and made a new word, rewrite. So we can add letters to the beginning or the end. When we add letters to the end of a word, it's called a suffix. So like in starting, ing was our suffix because we added letters to the end. So whatever you add to the end is your suffix. And then whatever you add to the beginning, if you add anything to the beginning, is called a prefix. That's when we add it to the beginning. And then of course the word that you started with, remember, is called a root word. So we're going to skip a little bit. All right, here we go. This week, since we've already talked about root words, the first time we learned about all this and we practiced finding root words, we're ready to actually look at some of the suffixes and find out what they mean and how they change the word. Because when I add the suffix, not only does it change the way the word is spelled, it's going to change the meaning of the word. So let's look at some that we can add. We are going to practice now with some of these suffixes. We're going to be adding them to words. And like I said, we're going to be practicing how it changes the word, how it changes what it means. So the first ones we're going to look at are Y and FUL. And Y and FUL are together because they mean the same thing. When you add a Y and an FUL, it means that there's a lot of something. Excuse me. That means that there's a lot of something. So like the words on this side, I could add a Y to and make new words. For example, what happens if I add a Y to rain? What word did I make? Yeah, rainy. What if I add a Y to mess? Yeah, messy. What if I add a Y to cloud? Exactly, cloudy. Very good. The words on this side, I can't add Y to. It just wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make a word. But I can put FUL on them to make words. So like if I try to put FUL on care, what word am I going to have? Yeah, careful. What if I put FUL on hope? What word am I going to have? Ooh. Hopeful. Very good. What if I put FUL on color? What word will I have? Yeah, colorful. And I'm sorry guys, I know that's really messy. It's hard to write with your mouse, remember. Yeah, I can put those on it. And now these words mean that there's a lot of whatever the root word was. So like our root word was rain. If I put a Y on it and make rainy, it means there's a lot of rain. Messy. The root word was mess. If I put a Y on it now, it means there's a lot of mess. Yeah, cloudy. If I put a Y, or it used to be cloud, if I put a Y, it means there's a lot of clouds. You have to have a lot of care if you're being careful. You care about something a lot. Or hopeful, you're full of hope, or there's a lot of hope. And then colorful, there'd be a lot of color. So that's what Y and FUL mean when you add them to words. It means that there's a lot of whatever you're going to do. Alright, and then the next suffix we're going to look at is LY. Now when I put an LY on a word, that's telling you that that's how you're doing it or the way that you're doing it. For example, if I were to put LY on soft, it would make softly, and that means that's the way that you're doing something. You are doing something in a soft way, or that's how you're doing it. You're doing it soft. Like if you pet the cat softly, you're petting it soft. That's how you're doing it. Or loudly. If I put ly on loud, I'd end up with loudly. And that's the way that you're doing something. You're doing something loud. Like if you walk down the hall loudly, that's how you're moving. Or the same thing for bright. If I put ly on it, that's how something is shining. It's shining brightly. Like the lights on the Christmas tree might shine brightly. That's how they're shining. They're bright. Or quickly. If I said, okay guys, we have to do this really quickly, that would be how you're doing it. You are doing it quick. Or same thing for slowly. If I said, okay, I need you to move more slowly. That's the way that you're doing something. You're doing it slow. So that's what ly means when I put it on a word. It is how you are doing something. That's what those suffixes mean. So far we've done y and ful and ly. Those are the only three that we're going to look at today. We're going to look at some more suffixes tomorrow, but these will be the three that we are going to work with today. So just to go over real quick, remember ly, when you put ly on a word, it means that that's the way you're doing it or how you're going to do it. And then when I put y or ful on a word, that means there's a lot of something. So anytime you were to stick the suffix y or ful, it just means there's a lot of whatever's there. And remember, each time you stick a suffix on a word, it changes not only the way that it looks, but the way that or what it means. It changes its meaning. And these suffixes all have a meaning. And it changes it. Alright, so I'm going to let you get started on your practice work to show me that you know about y and ful and ly. And then I will see you later. Good luck, guys.